What's up, gang out there? Do a quick little ride today. Just went to go get me some Jimmy John's. I guess we'll talk about some motorcycle safety today. Weighing all your gear, all that good shit. Things I'm not doing today. Motorcycle safety for new riders in particular, I guess. And how important motorcycle gear is. So we all one jumping on these bikes, man. We all one bad decision from another person or ourselves, from getting skin grafts and hospital bills, broken bones, amputated limbs and shit. So safety, man, you gotta be safety. You gotta be aware. To be aware is to be alive, especially on a motorcycle. I suppose one of the most preventative things you can do, one of the best things you can do, is literally drive like or ride your bike like you're invisible, or everybody's out to intentionally kill you. Because it does seem like that sometimes. A lot of times, actually. Seems like people out there to get you. Watch your mirrors, you know. That's always good practice. If you're gonna go into neutral or to stop, try to get to one side of the lane, kind of like I am now. Watch your backside as these guys roll up on you. If you got to, you can go ahead, throw it into first real quick and have an escape route. That's important. A lot of us go every year from somebody rear-ending us. A lot of us get too close when we stopping behind the car in front of us. So you really get rid of your escape route. And last thing you want to do, if some idiot don't stop behind you, to get sandwiched between two cars. Yeah, you know, I'm in Chicago, and you know, we still in the spring technically, and we've already lost a gang of riders out this way, man. You know, quite a few guys ain't even make it to fucking 4th of July. Some of them, it was their fault, doing crazy shit, you know, and the other ones is just unfortunate, luck of the draw, I suppose. But yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about some safety a little bit, maybe a little bit of etiquette. But right now I'm about to do a quick little highway run. I might show my ass depending on what traffic calls for, but it looks a little congested out here, so I might just take it easy and try not to be a hypocrite. Try to practice what I preach, or I won't. Who knows? I suppose I could just cruise though. There's nothing wrong with cruising. That guy really don't want me to get in front of him. That's right, you show me. You show me who's boss. But yeah, man, etiquette. Learning how to ride in group rides. There's an etiquette, or at least there should be an etiquette to how the whole thing goes, and trying to stay safe and looking out for your fellow riders and stuff like that. But when it comes to the new riders out here on these bikes, get a lot of videos, a lot of other riders who got much more experience, and they make a lot of the things that they do look cool as shit. And a lot of that stuff is really cool, and it'll come to you later on as you gain more experience. You know, don't try to rush on to things. I hear a lot of people talk about what size bike should new riders start on. I mean, technically anybody can start on any size bike for sure, but some bikes are less forgiving. You know, and to all the people who might argue that hey, I myself started on a 1000, or I started on a 1300, you know, or 600, 750, blah blah blah. It's possible. It's not impossible. You know, anything's possible. But those same guys would be lying if they said that they did not make any mistakes. You know, those mistakes are gonna happen, and what a lower CC bike provides is a safety net, so when those mistakes happen. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with having that safety net, truly learning how to handle that machine, and how to ride, and how to take corners, and you know, just kind of getting the fundamentals down packed on a smaller CC bike. There's nothing wrong with that. There seems to be a stigma with a lot of the, you know, the over macho big engine riding guys. They you know, they tend to look down on lower CC bikes. You know, just crazy shit, you know, and it's really not about that. You know, as a community, we should just be happy that there's another fellow rider out there on a bike, being safe, being responsible, you know, not giving us a bad name, a bad rap as overall as riders. But you know, there's a dick size competition in the motorcycle world for some reason. And yeah, it's really crazy, it's really bizarre. And you know, a lot of these riders, I mean, just a lot of your everyday average riders, you know, they ride around here, they act like they're Valentino Rossi's, some type of super street professional, you know, that they know everything, they're the best riders. Another thing, you hear a lot of people talk about your tires. You know, oh, the chicken strip. You got a chicken strip, so that means you're scared to, you're not leaning your bike over, you know, you're not doing this and that. You know, most of this riding on the street, you really don't, it's really not designed for all of that MotoGP style riding, the shit that looks real cool. It's yeah, you get some people that can do it, and maybe you got some stretches of whatever town near you, or state or city near you where you can do it. But in your average place where people, you know, commuting and working every day, going to work, you're not going to be able to do shit like that, you know, without putting other people at risk, let alone yourself at risk, you know. And that's the main thing. You know, you got people who are trying to get home and, you know, get to work or whatever the case may be. They don't give a shit about what you got going on, or what you're trying to do, or what video you're trying to capture, and you can't blame them for it, you know. You know, I guess some more etiquette as a rider is well, just realizing as a rider that like, when, you know, for those who new to this, traffic around you doesn't give a shit about how cool or fun your experience is. Or even for those who season, you know, those who season obviously know that traffic doesn't care how much fun you're having, how much fun you're trying to have. You know, they will do something crazy to you and mess you up. But for the new guys out here, you know, the traffic's not going to share that excitement of your first bike, you know, or they're just not going to have the same excitement and patience for you the way that you would like them to, you know, because frankly they just don't care. You know, the world's in a rush and they're trying to get going, get to whatever they got to do. And I guess that's understandable. So what's best for a lot of new riders, what could be a good thing is oh, it's a lot of dirt in that road there. You gotta watch out for dirt, dust, and shit like that too, man, when you're out here riding. These street conditions will never be, the conditions of the street will never be as perfect as a race course, you know, or something like that. Always got things you got to worry about, debris in the road, can definitely take those tires from up under you. You know, that's a quick way to have a pretty bad day. Yeah, that's a very quick way to have a bad day. But yeah, man, us as riders, we got to take our own safety into our own hands, because we can't depend on others to do that for us, you know. And one thing we can do is practice. Obviously, the main thing we can do is perhaps always wear gear, no matter how hot it is and how lame it may look and stuff like that, man. We just wear this gear. You might hear people say it's not about if you go down, it's about when, and that's for sure going to be true. It's all about when. You ride long enough, whether due to your own fault or someone else's, you will take that spill. But you got to predict traffic. Like this situation, this guy turned in front of me. It's not his fault. I'm a little bit over the speed limit for sure. But things like that happen. Think about some guys who reckless. They might have been doing 90 or 100 coming down there, and that guy casually just turned like he should, you know, in front of you. And then those guys get mad at that guy for doing that. It's not his fault, you know. It's hard to gauge the speed of a motorcycle when they're coming up on you that fast, because they do get there fast, you know. You pull up to a intersection, you stop, you look left, you look right, and next thing you know, you got yourself you know, nothing's there. And then you look back again, and you got yourself some you know, a bike coming up on you real fast. So it's yeah, stuff like you gotta watch. Like in this situation right here, I don't want to get in this truck's blind spot. You know, I can either accelerate and get around him or get past him, or I can just kind of hang back. You know, the chances of him coming over is slim, but you never know. You get some situations, some people in a rush, some people might not check their mirrors. You might come across somebody's blind spot, and boom, that can set you up to have a messed up day right there. So it's all about just really trying to stay cognizant of your surroundings, because you never really know. Yeah, you never really know. Maserati with the clean downshifts. That sounds good, my boy. That sounds good, my boy. That sounds good. Yeah, man. I mean, riding is fun. Always will be fun. I don't think you will ever kind of have that popping that cherry virgin experience, you know, like when you first got started out here riding. But it'll always be fun, you know. That first time excitement when you first get your first bike, that type of you know, that feeling is really a hell of a feeling. You know, and as you progress later on and you start getting your dream bikes, you start getting more, you know, cooler bikes, the bikes that your heart desire, you know, it comes close to matching that feeling. But me personally, when I first started riding, it wasn't a feeling that you know, I have yet to match that feeling. And I've had a lot of experiences and been on a lot of journeys with my bikes, you know, and yeah, I've had a few bikes. I only have now I only have a Honda, actually two old bikes, 2001 Honda CBR 929 and a 2002 Honda CBR 954, which is what I'm on right now. And this girl is still a beast, and she got 72,000 miles on her, still riding like a top, you know. She's got maintenance. And talking about that, getting into maintenance, motorcycle maintenance, you know, when you're new out here, I I recommend that you learn how to wrench, man. Learn how to wrench. YouTube is your friend. It's you know, a lot of videos on YouTube about doing basic maintenance and even some pretty advanced things. You know, buy yourself a manual. If you buy a brand new bike, or whether you don't, but whether you buy a used bike, go find a manual for that bike so you can you know, a lot of those manuals give you step-by-step instructions. If you can, you know, basic comprehension can get you through working on those bikes. You know, it's always a good investment for a man or a woman to invest in a pair of tools. You know, you start building up your collection of tools, and you know, then you can start wrenching on your own bikes, you know, or your cars for that matter too. You know, it's crazy going to a dealership or a mechanic nowadays, you know, for a lot of the basic things. You know, everybody's not good at rebuilding the engine, or, you know, dropping the engine and shit like that. I can understand. Maybe going to rebuilding the transmission or something, porting out cylinders. You know, everybody can't do shit like that, and nor everybody has a desire to do it. You know, things like that, it makes sense. But when it comes to like taking off your tires and maybe even changing your own tires, or taking them to a shop to get changed, which will save you a great deal, you know, probably save you over $100 just to take your tires off by yourself if you don't want to change them and take them to a shop. You know, that's always good practice, or a good idea in my opinion. Yeah, what else is out there, man? YouTube has I mean, you know, YouTube, the internet in general, just has a lot of how-to for new motorcycle riders. You know, how to shift, how to properly brake. You know, there's 1,000,001 ways to skin a cat. You know, the video with the highest number of views or subscribers isn't necessarily the absolute correct way of doing something. You know, there's 1,000,001 ways to do it. So, you know, just kind of gather as much information as you can from many different sources, and try to implement it into your daily life, your daily riding, and see what works for you. You know, whatever works better for you, that can be you know, that can be what you start using. Jesus, today is hot as hell, but I love it, man. Yeah, but motorcycle riding, man, it's I guess it's a dangerous pastime, a dangerous hobby. Could be a dangerous hobby. But for many like myself and others out there, man, you know, motorcycle riding is, in this crazy world we live in, is something that's you know, therapeutic. I can't say that it's actually therapy, but it can be very therapeutic, and you know, kind of help you get over or get through some of the tough obstacles that life has to offer. It can be great for things like that, you know. Definitely. But anyway, enough of my lecturing. Thank y'all for coming on a quick little ride with me. I think I behaved myself. I didn't go too crazy.